When you're working on the collection and you're working off of a very specific idea, you usually have a pretty good sense of what you want. You start with a mood, with an idea, and then it kind of becomes more and more concrete as you think about it and as you continue to develop it. I would say now I'm much more of an evolutionary designer, where you're taking the ideas from the previous season and really developing them even more. When I was working on the collection, I loved the idea of protection and aggression in sports, and have this clash between something that was so technical and so urban, and also something that was incredibly just happy and kind of tropical. And that really came into play when I started working on the accessories and then developing the kind of the hair and makeup ideas. This is basically the general mood board for the collection. We really put together all the images that are inspiring us or that are really a distillation of what we're looking to express. I think what intrigued me about sports is that an athlete's job is very similar to what we do as designers, really as anyone who's kind of striving for perfection. All of the parts are so important to how the whole thing is going to look. The space and obviously the makeup is very important, and then the clothes on top of that. You want all of those pieces to fit together, but you also don't want them to fit too well together. When you have things that clash or that don't necessarily fit together and you make them fit together, there's somehow this new kind of energy and something fresh and modern kind of emerges, usually, hopefully. There's not really a perfect equation. You have to go with your gut, and sometimes you make a mistake and you have to backtrack and you have to see what works and what doesn't. I always kind of say I'll only be young once, and I do think the idea of taking risks is something that's very attractive to me right now, so I don't really think there's anything stopping me at this point.